So when you first started your job and you're all excited that you got a new fancy office job in the downtown and you have these cool views and uh, you feel like you are above the world, and you see the weather, you see the weather events, and you see all around, and you thought, wow, I have this cool job and I feel so important. So 2 3 years later you start getting sick, and um, all this stuff around stay the same. Maybe one new building goes up and you see some change in your environment, but you perform the same robot job. You type stuff on a computer, you respond to emails, and you get into a routine, and you forget that you were blessed with a beautiful office space, clean air, filtered air, warm and cozy environment, air conditioner, and really really good working conditions compared to what people get while working on a construction site. And you may say, yeah, but I've been to university and I've been to... Yeah, of course, they are engineers who do 6 years, 5 6 years of university, and they still have to go on top of the building and to inspect and then go back into a dirty office, which is a trailer. Or doctors have to work in an emergency room and with a cool title and a job name like a doctor. They still do crappy jobs, feeling like they are not significant because nobody comes back, or maybe once in a blue moon someone comes back with a flower or a thank you card saying, you know what, you saved my life. So those jobs rarely give them satisfaction. And if you live into an office box somewhere, uh, probably nobody comes back to you with a hug, with a flower, giving you a thank you note on a Christmas day, saying that, you know what, because of you sending that email, or because of you responding to their customer needs, their day was better, or maybe you fix an important issue and their work is better. So now that was my introduction. But you work in the same box, same office, and it becomes routine, like I said. And you deal with some noise that you cannot get used to it. Sometimes it's annoying, but some people don't feel it right away unless they really pay attention to the stuff. And one of these noises is some transformer noise, some air conditioner noise, electrical. So here is going to be a ceiling, a set of ceiling tiles, a white ceiling. You can't see much. Some floors below have a ceiling that you can see all the pipes. Not that ugly like here, but it still looks like an industrial space when you look up. But everything else is very fancy. It's very fancy computer systems, big monitors, big fancy walls and paintings and all that artwork. Yes, but still, when you look up, it's like all pipes and electrical and wiring. Like I said, it's not that early. But like I said, there is a noise. It's a constant noise. And of course, this is under construction, and once everything is finished, that noise won't be that intense because they installed some specialty noise attenuators. But yeah, so those constant noises affect people's health. And you can study the noise produced or caused by the wind generator, wind turbines. Those are infrasounds that affect people's health and affect people's mood. It causes stress because the brain at the subconscious mind level is going to produce those sounds. Lots of animals can feel those sounds, and they use their defense mechanism to detect earthquakes and weather changes. And that's the idea. Humans have that ability to detect dangers, but it's not that strong like people live in the forest, people who adapt with nature, and they have to use those senses to detect dangers. So what I'm saying, if you feel stressed, maybe it's not your boss, maybe it's not your workers, uh, maybe it's not your health, maybe it's just the noise in your office space. And if you don't detect it, it's not going to stop. So if you complain, you have to go through the office procedures and company policies, and maybe you get some roadblocks, some people who take your request and consider that's not important, is maybe is a made up reason. So you need to find some co-workers and figure that they suffer the same or similar symptoms, and then you address it that way. If you just go by yourself to the corporate, likely it costs too much, or maybe they have to call a contractor and all that stuff.